In this video, we're going to take a quick look at how to create a website in Dreamweaver. So if you open up Dreamweaver, you'll notice that you have a window at the top, and that's like your web page. And that's what your web page is going to look like. And underneath, you've got the code, the HTML code. You'll notice it's got a tag here to tell the computer to start reading HTML, and a tag to stop reading HTML. You'll also notice it's got two parts to it. Head tag, which has a title inside it, and I put in here cricket web page. That's what I'm going to create, a web page about cricket. So that's the title, and in here I'm going to put style tags, which will contain CSS, or cascading style sheets, which will tell the tags inside the body how they should display. So let's see how that works. If I go inside the body and I just start typing, you'll notice that what I type appears here in the window, and I can go in there and I can delete that. Come on, it's not being that responsive. Okay, let me go and delete it here. So I can create it either up here in the design view or down here in the body. Well, I've got a body tag. So let me tell the body what it needs to look like. And to do that, I create inside the head, I create a style tag. So it opens the style and it closes the style. I'm just going to take that down a few steps. And now inside that, I'm going to put my cascading style sheet. So I've got a body tag. So I want to tell it how the body must look. So I type in body, then I open curly bracket, and you'll notice it automatically closes the curly bracket. And inside that, I'm going to type instructions for how the body should look. Well, one of the things that you've got for the body, one of the properties of the body, is you've got background color. So I type in background dash color, then I put a colon, and then I can type the color that I want, and I end with a semicolon. So it's going to have a background color and of yellow, and then I'm closing with a semicolon. So I've created a yellow background. I can now go inside the body and I can start typing some content. So the page is about cricket, so I'm going to type cricket, but it comes up small. I need it to be my main heading. So to be a heading, I can use an H1 tag, heading 1. That's for your main tag. So I'm just going to then close my H1 tag. And in between that tag, you can see it's got the words that I want to display. So how can I use CSS to control what that heading looks like? It's looking like that at the moment. Well, I can go up here into the style and I can put H1, open and close my curly brackets, and then between the curly braces I can give it some instructions of how I want it to look. Well, I want to change the color. So for CSS, for this kind of color, I just type in color, colon, and then I can type in the color I want it to be. I want it to be red. I can also say my font dash size, I want that to be 48 pixels, and I put a semicolon, and you'll notice my heading has now become much bigger. So I've changed the font size and the color. How do you know what CSS to use and what tags you can use? Well, if you go to w3schools.com, you can go either to HTML and you can see how to use HTML. You've got examples, you've got different tags, or you can look at CSS and you can see how CSS works. So you can go through the tutorial which tells you exactly how it works, gives you examples and so on. So H1, I put the color, the font size. Okay, so that's basically telling you how you can set up paragraph tags. Ooh, what if I want things to align to the center? Let me go and do that. So for my heading, I want to go text, align, center, using American spelling again, and now it's put cricket in the center there. If I want to have a horizontal line, that's like a ruling off line, I put in the tag HR, and you can see that rules a line underneath. Then I can put in, I saw in the HTML, I saw some paragraph tags. So in a paragraph, you can say whatever you want to say. You can just type it in there. And if you wanted another paragraph, you would put it inside separate paragraph tags. So however many paragraphs you've got, you put it inside paragraph tags. The rules are very simple. Okay, so each of your paragraphs go over here. Now I want to go up into the CSS, inside the style, inside my head sheets, and my head tags, and I want to change the paragraph. So I put P, put in my braces, and then I can change what the paragraphs look like. So maybe I want to change the color of the font to white. Ooh, I can hardly read it now. Well, if I go into the body and I change my background color and I make the background black, then I can read the white text. Maybe I want to change the font size. Font size, colon. My heading was 48, so let me try 24 pixels and see what it looks like. Okay, that looks fine to me. So I can control what my paragraphs look like, and I can control what my heading looks like. Pictures. You need pictures for a website. Well, I want right at the beginning. So right at the beginning of the website, I want an image. So I've gone in here in my code, but I'm going to go here to insert image. So I'm going to use the design view to put the image in. So I go image, and then I find an image. So let's say I want to use this one. And I go OK, and you'll notice it's popped up a whole image just before my heading and everything. But I want my heading to wrap around it. I don't want this and then the heading. I want it to wrap around here. And I want to change the size. How do I do that? Well, with most images, if you click on it, you'll find a little handle in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can use that to drag. That's not working in this one. I'm not quite sure why. So I need to go down to the tags. So you'll notice that an image uses an image tag, img. The source, the src equals, it's called mascot.png, and it gives the width and the height. Well, I can change that height, let's say to 250. Ooh, but that squashed it all up. Well, all you do is you remove the width information, and then it'll resize itself automatically. Okay, Alt is where you say what it is. So this is a picture of a deer. You don't have to have that, you can leave it blank. And then I want the text to come up here, to wrap around the picture. And the way to do that is to give the image alignment. So I'm just going to say align. Ooh, I'm using CSS. I should be using HTML. And the way in HTML you do it, you'll notice it says height equals something, alt equals something. You say align equals, and then inside inverted commas, you would send it to the left or to the right. So I'm sending the picture to the right. Maybe I want it to the left. And then the text will wrap around the picture. And that, I think, will give you some of the basic start to creating your web page. If you're doing HTML and CSS for the first time, then keep it simple. Have a heading, have a few paragraphs, put in some basic content, play with the CSS to see how you can change the view. You can change what it looks like. For example, if you go and change the color, you can get different effects. And just play with it and try and get some sense of how the tags and the CSS work together. Use your w3schools.com as a reference to find out what tags you can, what CSS commands, what tags you can use. Experiment with some of the tags. If you've used HTML and CSS before, please push yourself. Try and do more. And when you're ready to save the document, you go File, Save As, and it's saved here as index.html. So save as, you can take it to the folder you want, and all home pages are called index, and they save with a .html. So I just saved my document, and you'll notice there's no asterisk here. In other words, it's saved. And then you upload that file.